Yes, you are blaming the victim. Yes, that's exactly how that works. You're telling women to take personal responsibility for being sexually assaulted. So, a new player has entered my React lineup. His name is Young Dawn Reborn. I've only seen a few clips from him. He was brought to my attention by the beautiful Guitar Rocker 100, my editor and my sibling. And so he came to my attention, and I find him interesting because he's new. You know, he's fresh meat for me to react to. This particular video is called Andrew Tate is Right About Weak Men. Now, isn't that interesting? Andrew Tate wasn't right about much of anything, to be honest with you. He was kind of a freak, actually. I don't find him very tasteful. I don't think that anybody did, besides really, really weird, self-conscious men. So, okay, fat boy. All right, if that makes you feel better, buddy. All right, let's go ahead and get started with this.
Weak men are the most dangerous men on the planet. Andrew Tate on why men need to be strong. Let's take a listen.
Saying that we need to teach men not to rape.
Hold on, I don't think it's loud enough.
And I said, my dear, I love how idealistic you are, but I am realistic. Men are already taught not to rape. She's like, no, we need to go and change language at school and rewrite history and do all the shit they're trying to do.
As a Christian, what is your opinion on the more peaceful Eastern religions like Buddhism and Taoism? Surely they have valuable insight to absorb, meditation and such. Okay, dude.
Men weak because they think that weak men don't rape, which is another argument I want to come back to because weak men are the most dangerous men on the planet. Let's talk about that.
Hold on, I gotta move my camera.
But I said, no.
This is
people
facts,
already understand that
YB.
rape is wrong. Unfortunately, human nature, some people don't care about doing wrong things. We should teach people not to steal, but they still steal. Agree that everyone says don't steal. The Bible says don't steal. The Quran says don't steal.
Watch the whole podcast. This clip doesn't put anything into perspective. It's 8 minutes on his channel. What the fuck are you talking about? No. Flex? If you say so. Ugh. We got a flex request. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to also request that I flex my amazing muscles for you, come join me in the Twitch chat and make me do things by paying points that you get by watching me. The podcast is over 5 hours and 8-minute clip done. He uploaded this on his channel, my guy. He did, okay? If this is not a good representation of the shit that he believes, he should not have uploaded it to his own personal channel. This is not taking anything out of context. This is watching an 8-minute fucking video that he himself uploaded and reacting to it. That's what this is. If you're saying that this is taken out of context, go complain to your daddy, okay? Go complain to Young Don. He posted it for views on... Okay. Fuck you, dude.
Schools say don't steal. Everyone says don't steal. People still steal.
Right.
So if
Weirdos,
I want to
dude.
take $1 million in cash and walk down the street at night in the worst part of town holding it, to a degree, I would have some responsibility. When I got robbed, the police would come and say, why did you do that? People would say, Andrew, why did you do that? You have
I don't debate, guy. I don't debate.
Why are you big mad about it? Because dumbasses piss me off.
to protect yourself from things. You can't just rely on the ideological hope that other people in the world are going to be perfect and infallible, or that the law is going to prevent it. You have to say, no, I can't walk through the ghetto at 2 in the morning with $1 million in cash. I take personal responsibility. She agreed. I said, then by extension, would you agree that the smartest thing a woman can do to prevent rape is not to sit here on a podcast and try and change the way men think and talk about your bullshit, but to take some degree of personal responsibility and not put yourself in dangerous situations? I'm not saying it's going to prevent all rape. I'm not.
I mean, bro, I've
Christ.
said this multiple times over the course of the last year. You know what I'm saying? And when you, as a man, whenever you say something like this, you know what the pushback is going to be. You're blaming the victim.
Yes. Wait, I thought that he was going to insult Andrew for this. What the fuck? Yes, you are blaming the victim. Yes, that's exactly how that works. You're telling women to take personal responsibility for being sexually assaulted. Are you kidding me? No, that's not how that works. Yes, women should be safe. They should, okay? Because this is a dangerous fucking world, especially for a woman. Okay, that's an unfortunate truth. I'm not saying that women should not take safety precautions, but to sit here and blame women who don't for their own goddamn sexual assault is disgusting. What is wrong with people, man? I don't get it. I don't get it. If these are the men that we're dealing with, the so-called men, it's over. It's fucking over. Disgusting slime bags.
They always try to go, oh, you're blaming the victim. It's like, look, the world is the way it is. You feel me? If you're waiting on the world to become this perfect place where nobody ever commits any crimes, you're a fool, and you're gonna be waiting.
You know what? You're right, man. Fuck it. Just, you know, let it fester. Let it fester like a wound, okay? And just let it keep getting worse and worse and worse, and never try to fix any of it. I did listen to the whole clip, okay? You want me to listen to all 8 minutes of it before I say a goddamn thing? No, fuck you.
For your entire life. I mean, it's never gonna happen. You feel me? Because the Bible says that the nature of man is wicked and evil. It is only through the Holy Spirit.
The Bible said it, so it's correct.
And have that righteousness within them that compels.
Dude, I'm not listening to the whole podcast. Why are you here? Go away.
To go against their sinful, wicked human nature. But point is, the smart thing to do is to bring women up with the wisdom, the knowledge, and in the environments that cater to their protection. It's really that simple. You know, don't let your daughter or your...
Oh, there you go. Thank you, Guitar Rocker. Hey, if you say ban you, I'm going to ban you. I'll see you in the ban appeals.
Sister walk out of the house with all of her guts and, you know, bits hanging
Yeah,
out.
sexual assault is God's fault. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't allow them to go to certain environments where, you know, they'll be drunk, rowdy.
Don't allow them. Don't allow. Don't get. Hey, guys, don't allow your female off her leash. Do you understand me? She was assaulted because she was let off her leash by her man. No, sir. The men must keep their women on a tight leash, my friends.
Likely foolish men. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow her to put herself out there to where the point where she can be stalked and online. I'm talking now. You know what I'm saying? These are safeguards we got to put in place. But what feminism, what the left that is ran by Lucifer is trying to tell you is that these are somehow...
We're ran by Lucifer, guys. Our God, King, Emperor Lucifer. I wonder if he would debate me. He probably wouldn't.
These protective, reasonable measures that have been in place since the beginning of time by responsible fathers and brothers and husbands, put in place for their daughters, sisters, and children, and wives and all that. What the current mainstream media wants to tell you is that this is somehow disempowering women, disenfranchising women. It's all complete, utter...
You're literally sitting here disempowering and belittling women and calling them like basically children that need to be tied up on fucking leashes by their male counterparts and saying, oh, the big media is going to tell you this is about disenfranchising women. They're going to... You're literally doing it. You're doing the thing that you're saying media is saying you're doing. You're doing it right now. This is you doing it right now. It's infantilization of women. These people just want to go back to caveman times when their only rule was deal with it. I mean, yeah, these people want to rule with an iron fist. That's all this is.
Nonsense from the pits of hell, designed to destroy,
from the pizza hill,
and kill the very same women that it is, you know, pretending as if they're trying to empower.
Saying that rape is okay. Rapists should be executed. I'm not saying that every single woman who was ever assaulted could have prevented it. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying the smartest thing.
Hold on. Andrew Tate saying rapists should be executed? Oh, man. You better be careful with your words. All right. They may come back to do a little bit more than bite you, if that's what you're saying.
What you can do is say, this is dangerous. Going home with this guy I just met is dangerous. Walking through this area by myself is dangerous. Let me call a taxi. Let me call my brother. Let me go with my husband. Isn't that a more intelligent way to
I would
teach
love to debate him. Dude, I would fucking wipe the floor with this
dude. You
dude.
can do whatever you want. Walk around in the middle of the night naked. It's no problem. Men shouldn't rape. Men are the problem. I said, what you're trying to do is illogical. What I'm trying to say will actually prevent rape. So what you're saying, when you're telling girls, do whatever you want, men are the problem.
Nobody's saying women should do whatever the fuck they want. Nobody, I mean, they should, but in this context, nobody's saying that women should just like go be as unsafe as possible, if that makes sense. All right. Nobody's saying that. Take safety. I literally just said it. Take safety precautions. But at the same time, we should be fighting the systems that caused this shit to happen in the first place. Because it's not women dressing scantily. All right. Women have been sexually assaulted since the times that they were wearing complete garbs. Some places in the world, they still wear that shit and they still get assaulted. Okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of it matters until the underlying structure changes. All right.
Convincing women to put themselves in situations where bad things might happen to them. Whereas I'm saying, listen, woman, and men. Look after yourselves. I'm a full-grown man.
Oh yeah, watch that. Oh yes.
There's places I don't go alone. Like I came here with security. That's called being an intelligent adult. So this is what I was trying to say. I was trying to say women need to protect themselves and bear some responsibility to make sure they don't put themselves in situations where
they know. You know what I'm saying? They know that. I don't know why that narrative is even allowed to. You know that you can't go certain places by yourself, or at least you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. So when you hear dudes say this, you know it's true. And when
I know I've said this a few times this stream already, but this guy's brain is made of soup, right? Like it has to be. Every time he moves his head like that, it just sloshes around from ear to ear. Like he's doing nothing but piggybacking off of what Andrew Tate is saying. And everything that Andrew Tate is saying is slop. This dude has, his IQ is like lower than 50, right? Like I would put it no higher than 50. He keeps doing those really cringy sounds. I actually got rid of my soundboard. I'm sorry. I feel like the stream is a lot more natural without it. The only sounds being added are by my audience, which is fine with me. But me doing it, it feels like pretentious. I don't know. It's not for me.
When you turn around and use an example of walking into a hood by yourself, wearing jewelry or with a pile of money in your hands, it's obvious that that's stupid. And it's the exact same logic we're using. How do you know this is not a controversial point at all? But it's points like
Tate looks like a gigabottom. He does.
Internet. It's points like this that are.
He looks like the boss of bottoms.
For young men and women to hear. How is what he's saying? This is why they got him off the platform. And this is why I continue to speak about him, because...
Listen, it's this combined with... Listen, fairness where fairness is due. This is not nearly as bad as what other people on YouTube have said before. Okay, we literally just watched Steven Crowder basically say that ugly women don't get sexually assaulted, right? We literally just watched that. So, credit where credit's due. This is not the worst that's on YouTube, but this is also not the reason that he got banned. The reason he got banned is because he flew too close to the sun, poisoned the minds of too many young men, got into the visual of normies, and he wasn't careful. Okay, you can spew as much toxic bullshit as you want, no question, but if you're not treading carefully, eventually you fly too close to the sun and you get nuked. You know. Literally said women are property. Did he just say that? He did not just say that in this video, though. I know he said that before, but I don't think he said that yet in this video. He's just like saying that women are the ones who are at fault for their own sexual assault, which, you know, is very bad. Don't get me wrong, but it's unfortunately acceptable on YouTube.
This is a very bad precedent to set. This is not the direction we want to push young people in.
Bad things can happen to them easily. I'd like to think that's a pretty logical point. No. Andrew said rape's fine. Andrew said it's women's fault.
Exactly.
I didn't say that.
That's what
I really didn't say that.
Dude, but you literally were just implicating women. You just said, this is my problem with so many people, is they'll say one thing and then they'll say that like 2 minutes later, they'll say that they did not say that thing. They'll just gaslight you. You did say that. You literally just said that, dude. It doesn't matter if you, it doesn't matter how you worded it. The outcome's the same. If you say, I'm not saying women should be blamed for their own sexual assault, and then you say, all I'm saying is that women should take responsibility for their own sexual... That's the same fucking thing, dude. That's the same concept. You're just wording it differently. Do not give me a chicken dish and tell me it's not poultry. You know what I mean? Like, just because you use different words doesn't mean it's not what it is.
I'm saying, if I speak to my brother's daughter, or when I have daughters of my own, and they say
it's not poultry, dude, it's chicken, duh.
I'm not going to say, don't worry, here's how we're going to protect you. I'm going to rewrite the mentality.
It's not salt, it's sodium chloride. Right. I never said it was salt.
I'm going to say, listen, you don't go out at night. You better, I'll come pick you up. Who are you going with? That's just intelligent adult think. But they've taken it, misconstrued it, taken it completely out of context, put it on TikToks, reported it, Media Machine picked it up.
The anti-communist says, Don, I'm not trying to get married. The risks outweigh the risk outweighs the reward. I'll just have a lifelong partner with kids. What are your thoughts? God bless.
Lied about me, deleted me so I can't defend myself, and now I'm famous to the world. It's a fucking scam. It's all a scam. And it's actually quite interesting because the people who are close to me have said to me in real time, Andrew, you've impressed us. I said, how? He goes, the hit piece they've done on you is unprecedented.
True, Queen Laura. We need more muscle women.
And you seem unfazed. like it's not a matter of being unfazed. It's slightly annoying.
When you combine this stance with the joking he does about beating and raping women, the full picture is clear. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just meta irony.
It's a matter of just analyzing, what I can actually do about it. But I think most people who had been through the shit I've been through right now would be genuinely upset and affected by it. I don't give a fuck, right? Because I've set my life up in a way that I know I'm okay. But not many people can handle the entire world saying you're a rape apologist and we're going to delete him from the entire world. He's dangerous to women.
Oh, he's such a hero, dude. He's such a hero. Not many people could handle what he's handling. You know that? He's really taking on quite the burden there.
Are going to want that to happen to them. So what they've done is genuinely criminal because this is bullshit. I was sticking up for women against feminists saying,
dude, he's victimizing himself hardcore. This is pathetic.
Tell women to go out at night, they're going to get hurt. It's absolutely insane. And like you correctly identified,
isn't that weird? Weirdo young men always find these dudes who like make complete pussy victims out of themselves. Like Andrew Tate's doing it right now. Steven Crowder does it all the fucking time by saying, oh, I'm getting canceled off of YouTube. Jordan Peterson just did it. Ben Shapiro does it. They all say they're getting canceled. They all say that they're being blamed for everything. And they're, you mean, like, dude, you're not a man. You're not a man. You're a pussy, okay? Andrew Tate's a pussy, and everybody who thinks that he's, like, good at, in any sense of the word, is a fucking pussy, okay? If you take even a shred of advice from this man, you are a bigger pussy than the weakest goddamn leftist on earth, okay? I'm sorry.
If someone were to hurt a female member of my family, it'd be the biggest mistake they ever made. I don't care about, I'm the worst enemy, a man who hurts a woman.
Whoa, he's so cool.
If you enjoyed this video and you want to watch the entire podcast, click over.
Yeah, man. I heard nothing but facts, bro. I heard nothing but facts the whole time.
Buddy.
Yeah, but
heard a number of
let me know what
facts,
y'all
bro.
think in the comments down below. Do you think that's a crazy take? That women should move with a little bit of
He didn't
wisdom,
add anything to this
of,
video. Wait.
Common sense in order to prevent themselves from falling into the, into situations where they'll be vulnerable to those.
That's not what he said.
Attacks. And
that's not what, see, they always conflate common sense with blaming women for their own shit going on, right? For their own sexual assault. They always conflate those two. They have to. Because that's the only way that you can get away with blaming women for it. Is saying, well, it's just common sense, dude. Don't wear skimpy outfits, dude. Why would you do that? Why would you go walking at 10 p.m. at night when it's dark and you're not wearing very much clothes? Like, dude, no. Hot take, I know. Sexual assault is bad, and it's not the victim's fault, okay? They weren't asking for it. I don't care if they're stark naked in the night, okay? I don't. They were not asking for it, ever. Unless they literally were. Unless the words that came out of their mouth were, I want to have sex with you. Or I want you to do X and Y to me. Right? That is the only time they're asking for it. And that, that doesn't happen. All right? So, just saying.
Then again, there's the elephant in the room where majority of these kinds of, things that happen, they're happening from family members. They're happening from friends of families. They're happening from people that know these women very well. It ain't, it ain't happening out in the streets. It is, but that's not where most of this kind of abuse is happening. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What we gonna do about that? Huh?
Wait, what did he just say? Oh yeah, no, this part is correct.
They're happening from family members. They're happening from friends of families. They're happening from people that know these women very well. It ain't, it ain't happening out in the streets. It is, but that's not where most of this kind of abuse.
I actually made this point earlier in a different video. I do agree with this part.
Happening. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What we gonna do about that? Huh? Where's the conversation there?
They ain't talking about it.
Hey.
Well, I'll tell you where the conversation there is. You fix economic problems and you educate children on what sexual assault looks like, right? You give them basic sex education so that they understand when they're being taken advantage of, right? That's how you fix it with children. With people in relationships, you give them ways to get out of it. If they're financially locked with a person, you have to give them financial ways to get out of it, right? You have to give them resources. These people will never want to actually fund resources that will help fix any of this shit. So you can sit here and talk about how, and that is very true, that this tends to happen within families and with people who know each other, okay? That's true. But you also won't talk about the ways that you can fix that. You'll gesture that, yeah, no, we should totally fix it, but you won't actually advocate for anything that fixes it, not like leftists do. If men can't help themselves, the problem is men. Yeah, exactly. That contradicts his entire narrative. I mean, again, the guy's brain is soup, okay? It doesn't matter. I never had any trouble with that shit. To be fair to this clown, this part is true. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, meanwhile, Vosh and Destiny get banned, like, you know. Yeah, no. Listen, leftists get banned just like conservatives do, okay? I would even argue that they get banned more than conservatives do. The difference is, leftists, for one thing, usually are not as prominent of political figures. They're just not, okay? We don't have as much pull. We don't have as much financial backing. It just doesn't, it's not in the cards for us, all right? We're going to have to suck it up and deal with it. The second part of that is we don't fucking bitch about it. We're not little pussy bitch-ass babies, okay? You know what we do? We make a new account and we move the fuck on. That's what we do, all right? You know, they get canceled off of fucking twitter.com and think it's the end of the world. This is just like World War II, man. Like, I literally saw that shit from some of these conservatives. It's like, shut up. Shut up. Take the dick out of your mouth and shut the fuck up. Like, no. Very silly. Calling his brain soup is an insult to soup. Fair enough. Anyway, if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much again for watching. I appreciate it. I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to see when I upload. My question for you is, what flavor of soup is his brain? I want to know. Is it chicken flavored? Miso soup? I just had some miso soup. That was good. Probably not very good tasting soup, to be honest with you. Brain soup is, you know, not great. Although that would imply there was a brain there to begin with. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just like plain water. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. I hope to see you in the chat someday if you are a YouTube frog. And if not, I'll see you in the next video.